Yo, what's good? Stu here, Stu TV. I cover all things blockchain, metaverse, crypto, NFTs, all money maker opportunities in the space. Just doing another crypto market overview breakdown for you guys. Just going over the latest and greatest that's going on in the markets, but let's get into it. So we can just click and see. We just look at the Bitcoin chart for the weekly. We can see that Bitcoin just closed around 57,000, just around that mark, just for the weekend of last week. We'll see what price discovery, just with different catalyst news heading into September. It'll be interesting with just all the different events. I'll definitely cover that a little bit later, but just going on in the video. And then also just looking for price discovery, just zooming out, looking at these different levels. But let's get into our first article. So we have Bitcoin slips back to 58,000 and continued. It's been a rough August with the world's largest crypto asset set to close the month with double-digit percentage loss. Bitcoin's flat to downward price action continued on Friday, with now crypto lower by 12% in August. There's been a noticeable pattern of prices rising during Asia trading hours and falling during U.S. hours over the past couple of weeks. Volatility just may return to the upside next week, along with a fresh batch of U.S. economic data. And what becomes a pattern over the last couple of weeks, with this price sliding back, currently sitting at 58,200. Bitcoin is down sharp 4.4% over the past 24 hours. CoinDesk 20 index 5% decline, with Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano among the index constituents dropping more than Bitcoin, having the worst session in Solana, sold with a 9% decline. Buy Asia, sell the US. Familiarity to this lame price action or not imagining things. Asia bids, American dumps, wrote Miles earlier on Friday. The cumulative return for Bitcoin during Asia trading hours over the past 2 weeks have been more than 5%, while the crypto has posted a negative return during US hours. So a lot, just US does dump depending on what hours that you trade. Make sure you get off when US people are kind of waking up, because they want to sell off into the market and come up the price. So you can definitely see like the different times and hours. Like clockwork, he added minutes ago as Bitcoin once again sold off into the US morning. Change and trend ahead. The positive catalysts of growing institutionalized adoption, a possible friendlier regulatory environment, and coming Federal Reserve rate cuts have done little for the Bitcoin price, which is off more than 20% since hitting its all-time high near 73,500 more than 5 months ago. Bulls at this point might have heard a hard time imagining if there's anything all that might shake up the poor action. It could get exciting when the U.S. returns from Labor Day holiday next week. However, a new wave of economic reports the macro picture. So it'll be interesting to see how different catalysts come up. There's so many different trending news price analysts ahead with the thoughts on like the election, any responses, is crypto going to come up, the Fed rates. So there's just so many different stuff that's being able to get tracked through crypto just from a broader market, and just seeing if that just adds on to the price. Obviously, nobody can tell you that for absolute fact when the price is going to hit all-time highs and price discovery levels, but ultimately just looking for like different changes, because we have been in this sideways trend and there's different path, but it's also allowing you a time to accumulate your tokens. So once the market moves up, hopefully just being able to position yourself on the right end of that, just going forward. But let's click on our next article. Here's what happened in crypto today. So first thing, layer 1 blockchain Cardano has upgraded via its long-awaited Chang Hardfork, bringing in a shift to decentralized governance. Meanwhile, a Brazilian judge has suspended social media platform X after Elon Musk failed to name legal representative in the country, Mt. Gox. And United States government could be nearly $15 billion of selling pressure. The Cardano blockchain successfully undergoes its highly anticipated hard fork, bringing upgrades to voting mechanisms and smart contracts, heralding a new era of decentralized governments. Underwent the chain hard fork, which ushered the project caused the Conway Ledger era. One step for Cardano, one giant leap for the industry. Let's see if we can actually just go through this. We're going to just scroll through and see if we can get a part of this video.
But how and why? Why does the cryptocurrency industry evolve and change in this way? Well, succinctly, it is the machine of trust. Blockchain technologies, the entire point of them is to create social, economic, and political systems where people don't have to trust each other, but can act as if they do. And let us not undervalue that. It is perhaps the single biggest advancement in governance in human history to have that capability. Because at the end of the day, our incentives are all different. Our stories are all different. Our cultures are different. Our languages are different. Our backgrounds are different. And regardless of how much we try to align each other, there will come a time when our incentives are different from each other, and thus we behave in opposite ways and sometimes counterproductive ways. There's two big things. One, I'd like to build on Cardano. It's my life's work. And we've now gotten the protocol to a point where I have the ability to build protocols and applications that can change people's lives. As you know, I'm a huge advocate of free speech. I'd love to build a decentralized social network. As you know, I just recently spoke at the largest AI conference in the United States, AI4, where I talked about the challenges of merging AI and blockchain. Thinking about that topic because I'm deeply concerned that under the auspices of alignment, people are going to use AI to control what we think and feel, and ultimately force agendas upon us which are not representative of the world as a whole. So I'd like to see a decentralized AI aligned in much the same way that we align a cryptocurrency as demonstrated by what we've done here with Cardano. Also, there's Midnight, there's Lace, there's what we started with Atala Prism. There's a lot of unfinished threads there, and each and every one of those I'd like to build in the Cardano ecosystem, either directly on Cardano or connected to Cardano through a partner chain to be a service for the entire cryptocurrency industry. This alone could potentially bring millions to billions of transactions per day into our ecosystem. I think that's a very valuable place to be. That said, I still enjoy thinking about the future of cryptocurrencies as a whole. So come October, and a yet to be determined location, I'm going to present a vision for what Cardano 2 could be. Everything from how do we get to a polyglot client with a much better architecture that's more flexible and more debt friendly, to what lessons we've learned, to where can those 211 papers we've written take us over the next 5 to 10 years.
That's a preview just with this video and just my thoughts just watching it. Obviously, there's a lot of updates with Cardano. I've just hold Cardano for a number of years and just seeing all the updates as far as, there's time where Cardano didn't have no smart contracts, NFTs, DeFi, any platforms, and the prompt price to over like $3. So obviously with these different L2 scaling solutions, how is that going to have interconnectivity? Because one of the biggest holdbacks is being able to communicate with other chains. How transactions going to look on the network when things just get congested, just the way and process on how that works, different speed process. So it'll be curious and interesting as this hard fork comes into process, and then over this 90-day period, exactly what does that look like? How is liquidity increasing on the chain? Just going looking at DeFi, is numbers going up? What's different protocols and dApps that's being built on Cardano, and then also the AI features. So just many different upgrades, but just along the line, be interested to see how that works out. But let's read the rest of this. One of the key changes is transforming Cardano's governance, enabling ADA holder to submit or participate in voting process for government actions as part of the project's voluntary upgrade phase. Today, the Chang Hardfork marks a major milestone for Cardano blockchain ecosystem and community, fulfilling the promise of a truly self-governing decentralized network. So we just had the judge suspend his social media platform on X. Just read it before a little bit about Elon Musk and just different things that's going over there. Mt. Gox and the U.S. government could introduce 14 billion Bitcoin selling pressure. Bitcoin sluggish momentum could carry over into September as the Mt. Gox and United States government could introduce nearly 15 billion worth of additional selling pressure. The U.S. government holds over 203,000 Bitcoin worth 12.1 billion, while defunct crypto exchange Mt. Gox is set to distribute another 46,000 Bitcoin over 2.7 billion. Kraken has handled the BTC ETF flows with a minor increase in slippage at the U.S. market close. Profile suggests any additional selling pressure from the Mt. Gox repayments is unlikely to cause structural issues that could affect the broader markets. So just seeing selling pressure, there's different people might want to sell off to be able to have buys just going down deeper in liquidity in the market, just shaking out loose hands, and just so many catalysts. But then just going back into Cardano, just want to just cover this article as well, just to give a little bit more depth and just updates and just go over Cardano's blockchain heads for Chang Hardfork and the biggest upgrade in 2 years. As we watched the previous video, Cardano launched in 2017 by Ethereum co-founder Charles Hoskinson, is pushing towards the biggest upgrade in 2 years, with major changes to its structure, its main network, and introduces mechanisms to users to participate on-chain governance. The upgrade, known as the Chang Hardfork, is a major milestone in Cardano's roadmap, punctuated the much-awaited addition of smart contract functionalities in 2021, but announced Friday is pushed back to September, so some exchanges, including Binance, can prepare their systems. So Cardano ranks as the 30th biggest blockchain by website DeFi Llama. The project intends to be closely watched in the crypto circles, partly because of his colorful personality and outsized popularity of Hoskins, known for his frequent video and podcast appearances. A hard fork is a major change to a blockchain that makes the older versions invalid. Sometimes continuous but often planned and coordinated hard forks can bring big changes for users and developers, including new features to fix the problem's chain. The main feature of the latest upgrade is to give Cardano the ability to introduce on-chain governance features. Those that hold ADA, Cardano's native token, will be able to elect representatives, key reps, and vote on improvement proposals, as well as the future technical changes to the blockchain. This will mark the first steps toward a minimal viable community-run governance outlined by SIP 1694, meaning that Cardano community will be responsible for maintaining and shaping the blockchain network, the main organization supporting the blockchain. Through DeFi Llama, seeing exactly where is it ranked. If we just click on it, we can just scroll down. We can see where Cardano is ranked among all chains. So just in the top 30 and the 29. So just as this chain hard fork improves, how is this TVL number going to look and improve as we shoot up? Is it going to get into the top 20, the top 15, possibly the top 10? But that's going to be a ton of liquidity and a ton of the price shooting up for ADA. We'll look for those different news and catalysts and just go forward into the market. But let's go over to our next. We can go over to Snek.fun. Is actually a pump fund for Cardano. It's actually building, being able to get pumped soon. The Snek platform will launch on September 3rd, just along with this news and the chain hard fork. So this news coming in with Cardano. Snek.fun will soon be available as exclusive special tab on Dex Hunter. All partners and in swaps will have Snek.fun trading enabled. So we can just see, we can go to Snek.fun. It'll say it's coming soon. So we'll just see how these different things will look as it comes to play out. We can actually so I also just wanted to just cover, just show, shout out to Block is Hot Jason over the Jelly Cubes. Actually did a great breakdown on Snek.fun as far as just the whole ecosystem. So you can also just check that out. Similar to Pump Fund on Solana, the DApp will allow users to easily create and launch meme coins through a bonding curve process. New tokens will need to net buys totaling at 10,800 ADA during the bonding phase. Once the amount is hit, the ADA gets paired with 25% of the token supply added to the LP on Spash Protocol. This means that every token starting at FDV will begin at 42,069 ADA, and the LP is automatically locked and burned. Why is this huge? Pump Fund is the most used DApp in crypto currently. It has been generating over 10 million USD in revenue on a weekly basis. New Cardano meme coins will now be easier than ever to launch with those zero developer experience, and investors can have more confidence that the LP is locked/burned. If Snek is successful, we could see a wave of new users similar to what happened in Tron this past month. So how to prepare just shows you how to do the test net and just many other things. So just go ahead and check out this tweet. There's a lot of good information just on Snek.fun for the pump fund of Cardano. But let's go over to our altcoins for today. We have Bitcoin at 57,737, Ethereum at 2,446, Binance a little over $500, Solana 128, XRP is at 54 cents, Dogecoin we have a 9 cent, Tron 15 cent, Ton coming at 11 at $5.17, and then we have Cardano down at 32 cents. Hopefully with the recent news, it will just pump catalyst with the price. $4.11 with Polkadot, and then we could just even go down with our top 30. We can go into Polygon, 40 cent, Casper 15%, Internet Computer ICP $7.26, and Monero at $169.19. So there's a lot of just fluctuations. Obviously just over down for the past 7 days. The market's kind of just been in the red, but we'll see if that catalyst improves. Let's go over to our trending. We can see that Ton coin is just coming back as far as just trending today. Just news about the arrest and just how that average looks. Solana is just trending. We have Dog. That's been an anticipated airdrop. Then just depending, a lot of people are still going for their airdrop, or at least holding it in their wallet and just hoping the catalyst goes up in future use. We have Knowles, Bitcoin, Simon Cax, Xana, Casper, Sui, Polygon, not coins. So we have some Ton coins, Polygon, Solana, just different coins on different networks. Let's actually just scroll back. We can go to our largest gainers. So we have Neo Nero coming in, IDEX just coming in at 32%, over 50% for Nero. We have Trading Diet Max. We have, I cannot pronounce, Omawaki. I can't pronounce the first word. Fog, Cloud, MDEX, Apes, Covalent X token, Inviction. So just so many ones that I made losers for the day. Yeah, some of these I cannot pronounce. Billy, Meta, Alliance Block, Nexa, Retardo, Nero on ETH, Burn, Research, Dogs. So being able to catch some of these just at lower price entries, being able to get accumulations and just position yourself in DCA if you want to degen in different investments. But always do your own research. But that's just covering just our top losers and gainers for today. And then we can just look at our top 8 crypto news to watch in September 24. This is covering our last article. September is a crucial month for crypto industry due to several major events, including Korean Blockchain Week, US 9 farm payroll data, US presidential debate, US CPI data, and more. These events will have likely significant impact on the crypto market, influencing investor sentiment, economic conditions, and legal regulations. From major conferences to critical economic legal developments, each event is set to play a crucial role in shaping the crypto sector. Here's a breakdown of the key happenings that you don't want to miss. Here are the top events that a crypto enthusiast should never miss in September 2024. There have been a lot of events that have caused the market fluctuations in September, such as debate between Trump and Harris, FOMC as the Fed starting to cut interest rates, CZ's released from prison. In addition, the Korean Blockchain Week in Singapore. Korean Blockchain Week kicks off. Starting September 1st, we'll host Korean Blockchain Week, a global major festival for blockchain and Web3 enthusiasts. The event is expected to feature influential business leaders and thought-provoking discussions about the future sector, and the gathering is likely to elevate the crypto community expectations and ambitions. So just be curious when they have big events coming up, how that's going to affect, because Asia is a big market and they have a lot to say in the price impact of crypto and just how many people come together. Is that event going to release some news, because some catalysts come out of those events that could drive and pump up the price? So it'll be interesting to see what those two events. US August non-farm payroll data. At the time of the US market discussing ongoing employment prices, the release of data sets non-farm payroll, which shows the number of jobs added or lost in the US economy. The August non-farm payroll data is expected to be released on September 6th, and then we'll just see news and catalyst updates for that. The first U.S. presidential debate, Trump versus Harris. The first presidential debate between a Republican candidate, Donald Trump, and Democrat Kamala Harris is scheduled for September 10th. Will be a key event in the U.S. political arena, with the economy as a central issue in this election. Crypto enthusiasts should keep a close eye on the debate for insights that may influence the market. August Consumer Price Index. Inflation is always an interesting point for the crypto community. There is a common perception that crypto are the best investment options during this high inflation, and they can act as a hedge, which gives a clear picture of the state inflation of the U.S. market are very crucial, which measures changes in the price level of the basket of consumer goods. It should be released on September 11th. And then this having the Token 2049 Global Conference, just another major Asian conference that's going to be held, and just different catalysts and just seeing. So it just says Trump is falsifying business records. And then the Federal Reserve recently during a speech at the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell gave some hints about the central bank's big plan to reduce the interest rate in September. He also expressed his concern about the cooling down of the U.S. labor market. He presented the economic situation as a perfect time for monetary change as the inflation rate reaches the central bank's target of 2%. So just be curious to see, all right, if they have interest rates for these big companies and they don't have to pay off extreme high loans, are companies going to come straight into crypto? Just big companies pouring in lots of money, accumulating in mass, knowing that they can pay these loans back. And then also just having the Binance founder CZ's release. Founder of Binance expected to release from prison on September 29th. Return is likely to generate a positive sentiment in the crypto community, potentially influencing market dynamics and bolstering confidence in the sector. So it says September is shaping up to be a significant month for crypto enthusiasts to impact the market, with indicators suggesting a potential bullish trend for major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Could this be the golden period for the crypto sector? Share your thoughts. So just a lot of different catalysts, a lot of different things that's coming in from different countries, from Asia to the conferences to Trump and the debates to the Fed rates to the economic employment. So all these different numbers, and then CZ's release, how's market sentiment, the timing of all these catalysts. So there's a lot to look for you to pay attention to and keep your eyes on. But also feel free to check out this tweet. It just shows you just all the current events, just dates and when they're expected to happen. And you can also just follow the page and just keep up to date with what's going on with the latest and greatest of the market. But that is a wrap up for today, guys. This is the crypto market update overview video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, make sure you share the video. Stay tuned for all the videos I'm gonna drop, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.